Hey guys, just wanted to make a video on how I do some of the Bible school decorations. This is going to be the backdrop, and this is on the CD or DVD that came with the Bible school kit, so that you could print out anything that you might want to use. Now this small picture I am going to make into a backdrop instead of going somewhere and having it commercially done. I'm going to do it on my printer, and it does take some patience and time, but it's worth it when you're on a budget. What I do is I open up the picture I'm going to use, and I come up to, or actually I come over here to my little shortcuts to crop. I go in here and I set it to an 8x10, and I'm going to shrink my little 8x10 down, bearing in mind that I want it to be about, from, we'll say the tallest point, I want to go about 5 sheets down, 4 to 5. So what I do is I start over here in the corner, and I come down here to a spot that's going to be neutral all the way across. And if I wanted to do all the way down, I would go about 7. I would want to make sure I could do at least 7 cuts. Okay, so you've got, you can imagine 8.5 by 11 sheet. If you did 7 cuts, you're looking at 56 inches. So, but I'm just going to start it right up here. I don't necessarily need all this. So I'm going to start here, and I'm going to do a crop. And then I would print this sheet. Now when I go into print, I would do the print option that says print to the edge to get as much coverage as I can on one sheet. And then once I print this, I'm going to come up here and hit undo. It's going to take me right back to where I was, and I'm just going to slide this up, slightly overlapping. Check it off again, and I'm going to print again. Undo, and you just continue to do that all the way across this picture. And I have done that, so I'm going to show you what it looks like in just a moment. When you're up close, of course, you can tell you have pieced 8.5 by 11 sheets of paper together and to create it. But when you're off from a distance and you're taking pictures or whatever, you're just seeing it as a backdrop, it looks really good. So if you're on a budget, definitely keep this in mind. Now, there's some other things that I also did that have been really cute with this Bible school. Well, that's just a clip art sun that I needed. As you'll see in the backdrop, I show you, I kind of cut this off before you got to the red mountains, and I put a piece of blue wrapping paper all the way across. I cut out a sun and put on it. And then where everything overlaps, the blue paper and this, I have cut out these little green bushes and cactuses and things like that. But you'll see that in just a moment. I did want to go ahead and show you, this is inside the CD that came with my Bible school. You've got cactuses. We'll just open one here. I've cut these out in varying sizes. Small ones to put on this, but then I've cut them out larger to use in other areas where I'll be decorating. And again, if you go into, if you go into the 8.5 by 11 size and you shrink it and cut, just move it as you go. You can cut, print, undo, move it down, keep doing that. You can eventually piece together any size you want, literally. It's all in how big you make this when you're going in to cut your pieces. The smaller you make it, the more 8.5 by 11 sheets it's going to be, the larger it's going to be. If you just need something kind of small, you might just do, 2. 2 down, 2 across in this case. But that's kind of how you look at it and do it. And what I have done too to make it even more fun is, let's go back in here. I have, let's go into, I believe it was here, Western themes. This one is called SonWest Roundup, by the way. I went in and I found the wanted posters. Here they are. Nope, it's not in this one. There are wanted posters that I went in and found. And I put some of our kids' pictures on the wanted posters. And I've put on there wanted for stealing hugs or stealing hearts and things like that. Those that's the little guys at church, you know, the toddlers, so that they can still be involved as well. Let's see here. There's a stagecoach. Here we go. This turned out really good too. I love this cartoony stagecoach. I just thought it was adorable. I did the same thing. I came over to crop it with my 8x10 crop. And I just started over here and I started working my way across, down, across, all the way until I had enough that I could put this onto cardboard. And I glue everything on cardboard and then cut it out so it has some stability to it. Now when you do that, it's so lightweight, there's various ways that you'll be able to make these things stand up. In the case of this, our backdrop, where it's going to be in my church, there is this opening. It has like a little alcove almost, where our choir sings. And I want to cover that. So I'm going to have a solid blue backdrop going across it. And then this will be in front of that, hanging from little hooks. But you could even cut these individually if you wanted to give it more of a 3D effect and have some of the buildings farther back, some of them coming forward. I actually put mine on a very long piece of cardboard that I taped together. So different ideas there for you though. I've cut out more horses, various types of horses, or I've got them on the cardboard to be cut out. So that's something else that I'll be showing you. And did the same thing, you know, cropped it into 8.5 by 11s and just pieced it together like a puzzle. But this is very cute. And what I'm going to do both here and over here, again, to kind of involve people at church, I want to put little cutouts of faces or from the waist up of people looking out windows. I think that'll be a lot of fun for the kids to find themselves, as well as their parents and people like that. I may even have someone standing right here on the little step. But I've been having a lot of fun with that. I would show you those, but I really, without asking a parent first if I could use their child's picture, I don't want to do that. But I may take my picture and show you how I do it, how I put them on cartoon bodies, and when they print, they look very cartoonish. So it's very cute. But I have created cowboys and cowgirls out of some of the kids at church. Our pastor, I've got him. He is also on one, and he's the sheriff. The deacons are deputies, except for one. He's going to be a farmer, he and his wife. As the kids go up the steps to the classroom in my church, I'll have a barn scene up there, and my deacon, one of the deacons, and his wife will be up there. They are farmers, so that was just kind of funny to put them up there. But just different things like that you can do with this. I just want you to think outside the box and be creative. If you don't have a big budget, it's okay. You can still be very creative and come up with something very, very cute.